YouTube. This is John and Phil coming at you with another deck profile, and today I'm going to be profiling my Gustos. Unfortunately, I bought a 1080 HD camera at Office Depot, and I got a defective camera where when you flip it out or anything that you look through for the camera to see what was going on, you can't see through it. So that's not cool, and I have to hook this up to a TV to be able to see what would I actually be able to see on the screen, and then I have to try and record with this. So you're probably going to be hard to hear me because this thing has bad mic too, so it's awesome. But I'll get into the deck. Okay, 3 Winda, part of the loop. This is going to annoy me. I have to get used to this. 3 Gall, and then 3 Galdo. This is the Gusto loop. It is a very strong loop. These are the cards basically you recycle the entire game. Gustos are made out of Psychic, Wing Beast types with the attribute of Wind. That's what the deck is based around. It's based around counter attacking, taking advantage of your opponent, and keeping a wall that you don't take hits. Winda is 1000 attack, level 2 non-tuner. Her effect is when she's destroyed by an attacking monster, you can special summon any Gusto tuner. So Egal, who's a level 1, he's a Gusto tuner. You can special summon this guy. Or Galdo, you can special summon this guy. Egal's effect is that when he is destroyed by battle, so whether you suicide or they attack him, you can special summon any level 4 non-tuner. So Winda searches out Egal and Galdo, and then Egal searches out Winda. Galdo's effect is he can, when he's just sent to the graveyard, he will special summon any level 2 or lower Gusto, so he can bring out Winda or Egal. What is stupid though is that Galdo does miss his timing if he is synchroed or tributed. Even though he reads the same as Netrary Cliff, he doesn't hit his timing somehow. This is the looping wall of Gustos that keeps you so strong that people can't penetrate you, and it gives you a lot of plays you can play off of. This is like the main loop, so these are like the looping monsters. Then we're moving on to Gusto Falco. This card is extremely good. I don't know, it's in dual tournament right now, so not a lot of people run it, but that's just the way that it is. This card's effect is when it's destroyed by anything except by battle. You can special summon any Gusto, doesn't matter whether it's tuner, non-tuner, level 6, level 5, level 4, and face down defense. So basically you could special summon like an Egal, or a Winda, or a Galdo, or like a Reeze if you want to go on an attackive play. This is usually like the last guy you bring on your loop, and then you torrential to kill all their stuff, and then get his effect. He misses his timing as well when he's synchroed or XYZ detached or whatever the hell. Anything except for spells or traps, this guy gets destroyed. Alright, and then we're going to move on to the recycler of the deck, Cam. I was going to run 3 of her, but I felt that she was too cloggy, because there's a lot of plays where you don't need a Cam, and I feel that with 2 you can get it out easy enough with Egal. You draw it enough. With all the other cards that let you get cards that you want at that point in time, Cam I think is really good at 2. And she can be shuffled back in if you don't want to run more of her. 2 Reezes, this is the boss card of the deck. She's dual terminal as well as Falco, and these cards are coming out in Hidden Arsenal 6, which is in July. Reeze's effect is you can take any card in your hand, put it at the bottom of your deck, just switch control with any Gusto monster that you control, with any monster that they have that you want, basically. So you can switch Reeze for like their big guy, and then attack Reeze, and then you have that monster forever. You could give them like an Egal or a Galdo, and then take their big monster, attack the Egal or Galdo, and then get the effect. It's pretty funny because the other people get pissed that you're just using their monsters to kill them, basically. Alright, that's it for the Gustos. Now I'm going to move on to the non-Gusto part of the deck that's still monsters. Alright, 2 Reborn Tengu. This would be really good if it was not semi-limited, but it is, so we're just going to have to deal with it. This just helps with more, this is more points to the wall. I need to get a Pot of Avarice. I know lots of people that have them, I just can't get them for some reason. Nobody was there at the tournament this Saturday, so I guess that's just the way it goes. But I need to get Pot of Avarice to be able to recycle even more with this deck. 1 Psychic Commander. The only reason he's really in the deck is because he's level 3, he's Psychic, and he's a tuner, and he can be E-teleported. That's about it. 1 Silent Psychic Wizard, 1900 beaters, Psychic, 4-star. effect is when he's normal summoned, you can remove from play any psychic type in your graveyard. And then that monster is special summoned when this card is removed from the field to the graveyard. So you can use that as an offensive or keep your loop that you lost. One Sphreez Psychic Witch, this is the last monster of the deck. She is really awesome because when she is destroyed, just destroyed into the graveyard, you special summon any, or you take any 2,000 or less attack psychic monster, remove it from play, and then during your next time phase, you get special summon it. So when she dies, you could like E-teleport her, like near the and when they go to attack, you could activate your E-teleport, bring her out, get it destroyed, and then like use her effect to get like if you need a wall because you're gonna take a lot of life point damage this turn and you're gonna need the wall next turn, you just remove from play like a window. If that was like their last monster, you remove from play a Reeze because they went all out and they didn't kill you this turn, and now you're gonna switch and take their biggest guy. This card is really good. I'm thinking about running 2, but I can't find room for it in the deck. I keep it at 40 because I want to keep it as consistent as possible. There's 20 monsters in the deck, and now we're going on to the spells. There's 12 spells. 2 MSTs, 3 is Cloggy, and this deck has so much floaters and cards that can be destroyed for no good reason that you don't really need the heavy destruction of the back row. 2 emergency teleports. They search out a lot of cards in the deck. The Sphreez Psychic Witch, the Psychic Commander, the Windows. They search out like about half the deck, I want to say. I run 3 Forbidden Chalice because in this format it's ridiculous not to. With this deck at least, because when you go on the offensive, because like I said it's counterattacking, you don't want to get blown up by a riot code, you don't want to be killed by a stupid card effect that you weren't expecting. The card, it stops the loops of almost every single deck I can think of. Staples, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Mind Control, Last Spell, Instant Fusion. I think this card is really good in this deck because if you do go through your loop and then you end up with a tuner on the field, you just Instant Fusion for a Flame Swordsman, you can get any synchro you want that's level 6 or higher. So, you know, it's like a free Stardust, it's like a free Brio, it's a free Life Transfer to increase your life points. Once I get Black Rose, it's like a free blow the field basically for like 1,000 life points. A really good card in this deck. Onto the traps, I run 8, 2 Torrentials. Like I said, you get Tangu's effect, you get Galdo's effect, and you get Falco's effect, and Sphreez Psychic Witch if you want her to die. So Torrential's really good in this deck because you can go into like your very last, like let's say they go through your loop, right? They attack like through 3 your loop. Your last person they kill is either a Winda or a Galdo. You bring out your Falco, right when it hits the field, you Torrential, kill all their monsters, get Falco's effect. So it's still their turn. You put like Reeze in face down defense. They end their turn, you draw, flip Reeze, so you have like a really high attack monster or your highest attack monster on the field. Summon again, maybe it's like a level 2, you sync for your boss monster, the level 6 Synchro Gusto. It's a really good card in this deck. You have to run 2. 2 Fiendish Chain. I have 5 things that stop effects in this deck, and it hasn't failed me yet. Fiendish Chain is ridiculous. Stop Darkness Metals. Stop Wind-Ups. It's good. Stop Chaos Sorcerers. 2 Dark Bribe, because you don't want to get blown up when you're counterattacking. You don't want to get Mirror Force. You don't want to get Judgment. You don't want to get Warning when you're trying to bring in that last monster that's going to go for the OTK or finish them off or do a lot of damage. You want these Dark Bribes. Because hand advantage for them doesn't really matter because you have that loop. Mirror Force, staple sort of, and then Starlight Road is a staple in this deck because you do end up with a lot more, 2 or more monsters on the field a lot of times, and spells and traps because I run all those face down traps and then the Forbidden Chalices as well, and the MSTs, so Starlight Road usually comes in handy. That's the main deck, and then we're going on to the extra deck. I only run 1 XYZ, and that's Leviathan Dragon. I think he's like the best level 3 XYZ. This card, I looked through the deck and I did decide on 1 XYZ, and it's basically Leviathan Dragon. If I had a Zen Mace, I'd basically get that, but I don't, so Leviathan is it. Your best possibility for an XYZ is level 3. Alright, the Flame Swordsman for Instant Fusion. Cataster, because when you can't go into a level 5 Gusto Synchro, because Gusto Synchros require the non-tuner to be the Gusto, so it doesn't matter what the tuner is, so Cataster's the level 5 I have to go into. 2 Galdos, her effect is you shuffle in 2 Gustos to destroy 1 card on the field that's face up, 1 monster card face up on the field. Good for coming in, popping a Chaos Sorcerer, then attacking whatever they have that's on the field. 1 Sphreez, the boss card of the deck. Any damage you would take from a Gusto monster involving battle, your opponent takes instead. So, this card is... I beat someone in the tournament in game 3. I brought out this card. I had 700 life points. They had 73. They were running 6 Sams. I managed to whittle them down to 0 when I had 700 life points. The kid looked like he shit his pants afterwards. It was hilarious. If you have this card and you have like a Galdo in your hand, you can attack into their biggest monster. They take so much life point damage from Galdo, and then he's destroyed. And during the same battle phase, you bring out Egal. Then you attack with Egal during the same battle phase, and then you bring out Window. You can literally OTK your opponent if they have a big enough monster with just your loop attacking into them and suiciding. It's funny. 1 Stardust Drip. Yeah, that was screwed up. Sorry, guys. Level 7, 6 is still. Iron Chain. He works against some decks, but not most. 1 Gaia to run over things. 1 Bryo to, when you have hand advantage with this deck, when you have the cams on the field and you're getting hand advantage, this card is really good. 1 Psychic Life Transfer to increase your life points. If you can't go into level 7 Gusto, this is usually your best choice because you do usually have a lot of Psychics in the graveyard. So this card will increase your life points. Like, this is one of the reasons I beat that 6 Sam's kid with this Sphreez, because I had this early in the duel, and I was able to increase my life points by 24. So I would have lost that game. 2 Daigusto Egals. This card is pretty good, but not my favorite of the synchros for Gustos. His effect is at the end phase, you can banish 1 wind type monster to destroy 1 face down card on the field, any face down. Pretty good, 26 speeder, which isn't very good for a 7, but its effect can be useful for if they have like a Starlight Road and you're about to drop a heavy storm, you do like an end phase, destroy that possible trap card that you don't know about. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. I think it's really good in this format because of the Chaos Dragons and they just can't get over it unless they get a Galaxy Eyes. 1 Colossal Fighter for stupid warrior decks. And then 1 Stardust Dragon, which I think is really horrible in this format, but I run Starlight Road and you know, it's against heavy back row decks that are based around their back row. Stardust is extremely helpful. That was the entire deck. I hope you guys enjoyed and liked it. This is a deck for a strategist. There is no certain win condition for the deck. Really fun to play. Your opponents will get mad at you though for constantly searching out cards, shuffling, and then sitting there thinking about how you're going to beat them, because there's multiple different ways you can win with this deck. It's pretty fun. So that is my case. It's a monster, Cookie Monster, and that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it.